The Science and Technology Department wants to study the mix and match of COVID-19 vaccine brands by next month. It aims to look into how the vaccine made by Sinovac works with other brands. The DOST adds it mainly eyes the use of Sinovac shots, as these are the most stable vaccine supply in the country. The department has yet to receive a go signal for the trial from the Food and Drug Administration and the Philippine Health Research Ethics Board. Let's get more details on the proposed study. We now go above and beyond the headlines with DOST Secretary Fortunato de la Peña. Good evening and welcome to Newsnight, Secretary.
Good evening. Good evening.
Secretary, now tell us more about this study. Who will be the participants? How many are they? And the age range po?
This study is, of course, made necessary by the fact that there are vaccination concerns in the Philippines, usually associated with the unpredictability of the vaccine supply. There may be enough that are coming, but in terms of the what is needed, for example, to give the full doses, you cannot yet determine. So, for example, there may be those who have been vaccinated by one kind of vaccine and may be due for the second dose, but it is possible that the supply of the second dose is not yet available. And so it will be necessary to use another vaccine for the second dose. I believe this has been done and practiced in other countries, but we would like to determine, for example, what would be the combinations that would produce better results, and that can guide our DOH and the combinations of vaccines. So as you stated, the most stable supply is so far Sinovac. And so therefore the study that we will conduct will be combinations of Sinovac with the other vaccines.
Yes.
We have so far 7 EUA approved vaccines in the country. So this
sino po yung
study
participants
will
nito,
take
Secretary?
something like 18 months to complete because we need to assess the safety, okay, and also the antibody test that will be conducted for the participants will be done at 5 different points in time. You know, it's not like observing the person after vaccination for an hour or so. But this one you have to follow up. Okay, what was the effect, for example, on the antibodies in the person as has been induced by the vaccine. So this is really a study also on the immunogenicity of the vaccines or their ability to. Well, I might be proceeding already to the other study, which is actually the study on post-implementation surveillance. But,
Yes, Secretary, if I may interrupt, yung sa study po dito, ilan po yung participants na nakikita nyo and kasama po sila?
3,000 participants. And the proponents from the Philippine Association of Allergy, Asthma, and Immunology have proposed 8 sites, but they still have to coordinate with the local government unit. 6 of them are in Metro Manila and in nearby Rizal, while the other 2 are in Visayas and Mindanao.
I understand, Secretary, you will see po kung if mixing the brands will increase or boost immunity, or will it result in prolonged immunity doon po sa vaccinee, ano po? Kasi po yung may study nga sa UK, may study sa Spain.
Yeah.
Pero
So,
ang kanila pong minix and match ay ano po, Pfizer and AstraZeneca po muna. Pero dito po, Sinovac with another brand.
Of a booster dose. Okay, so this is the second dose.
Yes, I understand, Secretary. Pero so far po, ano po yung nakikitang good and bad dito sa mixing and matching dun po sa nauna ng studies na in other countries?
In general, what they were saying is that it might even be better to have a mixture of vaccines, but that is what we have to find out.
Okay, any word po from the Food and Drug Administration? I understand wala pa po silang go signal for this study.
In the conduct of this trial will still be in the hands of FDA. So I mentioned that for the remaining days of May, we are working, or the study are working on the approval by FDA. I don't know whether they have already submitted the necessary documents, and also of the Health Research Ethics Board. So every research institution has its own health research ethics board.
Pero Secretary, may areas na ba na nakikita kung saan gaganapin yung study? Where will you hold this study? Yung nakasabi po dito kanina sa Antipolo or Marikina, Manila, Pasig, doon po ba?
Oo, yun. Yung nabanggit ko kanina, actually, I cannot recall exactly, but I think Manila and Pasay is one, and then I think Quezon City and Mandaluyong, and then we have yun nga, yung Marikina or Antipolo, Pasay or Manila, okay, and then we have yung Cebu and Davao.
Okay, thank you for your time, Secretary. I understand this will take 18 months to complete. Ano po? We look forward to hearing from you then.
It's because it takes time to observe, okay,
Yes.
the effects. And I hope you will also allow me to just very briefly mention that we have a second study, and this is the post-implementation vaccine surveillance program. And this is really studying the
All right, we lost our connection. That was DOST Secretary Fortunato de la Peña.